I've been off social media for a lot at the moment, and whilst it seems the absolute antithesis of what I do as someone who writes in the media and works online, talks about mental health and well-being, sometimes the big things, the macro things in life need a hyper focus, whilst the micro things can dwindle and we can let go of them. And social media really can be a real addiction. It can be an escapism. Sadly, a lot of it is the only connection at times we have, especially if, like me and you, have mental health issues. It is the best of a challenging world to navigate when you're in your own little world all the time. But then it's not just social media's fault at all for creating hate online, and it's human beings having a forum to create that hate. But that's not what's taken me offline at all. If anything, it's to use and manage social media how I need to at the moment. I always try and give. I have lots of scheduled content, and I am looking to get other people to schedule that for me. But then when I do like these, my raw posts, obviously they're going to come from me, but at times we need that hyper focus, and often not to get lost in the micro, the little bits, the filters, the obsessions, that scroll hole of negativity, of just feeling inadequate. And luckily I don't really get that. I kind of stop and drop anyway with social media. But at the same time, even just having to deal with another world when your world at times can be so fragile. And even in my mind, like, I'm sat here writing newspaper columns for clients, like press releases for clients, working with some amazing media outlets, papers, and I still have voices. Sometimes they're in my head, sometimes I don't even know I'm hearing voices. I still have my battles. I face up to them and have a lot of self-reflection. I still have huge personal challenges. I think it's not about my mental health often, it's life sometimes, if people actually knew what goes on. But that's not where me. It's starting to learn myself, and if I'm gonna show up on this world and keep being alive on this world, I have to navigate it in my own way, because I am sometimes in Sophie's world, in my own head, in my own little crazy world. And I don't always know reality from fake, or I trust and love too easily, and then it hurts me, just the slip of any trust, and or even just the quiver of a smile downturning in the street, that I'm like, oh no, I've upset somebody. Whereas I can deal with huge things, but I can't deal with upsetting people or doing certain things. So I do have a natural DNA of a smile. That's my predisposition of a face. I have positive energy. I have an abundance of energy, a crazy energy. But I also still have these issues with my mind in my life. It makes me creatively crazy, perfectly very imperfect. But I still have these big issues and not always every day knowing what is real and what is not is really confusing sometimes. But the only way that I can get clarity is work and writing and expressing and doing positive things. So I can't remove those things. They're the things that give me a purpose. Like becoming a mother, I didn't just give my kids life and resuscitate one. They really gave me a reason to live, and that's just a whole other challenge at the moment in itself. But I have to have my purpose, because somebody struggles with their mental health, you can't take away the purpose. If anything, you need to add their purpose to their life, whether that be them finding creativity, fitness, whatever it is that makes them buzz. Those people that love you no matter what, those people who'll tell you the truth, whether it's voices or not, or reality or not, who'll love you fiercely despite social media or followers or views. At the end of the day, on my gravestone, there's just key things, granted lots of glitter, but it won't be how many followers I've got, how many likes I had, or she had a 2 billion reach on YouTube at one point. And do you know, it's not about all that. It's not about as featured in. Yeah, that's all nice and it's all business and branding, and I get that and I do that, but really it's about focusing on the macro things sometimes in life and not escaping and distracting and feeling the pain in some of the most painful of moments than getting into these traps.